If you've been around here for more than one day in my life, you know that I'm here because of blonde brow product. So anytime that a brand comes out with a new brow product, I'm very interested in it and I want to see it. Ultimately, NYX has been my go-to on almost every different kind of brow product you can come out with. My current fave from them is the NYX Blade and Shade. There is something about this. It's just one of those little narrow brow pencils. It is by far my favorite, most reached for brow product. When I buy these, I buy 4 or 5 at a time because I want to make sure I have them on hand, and my local stores don't always have the color I want. This one is in cool ash brown, but they did something. They came out with this Fluff and Snatch powder pen. Now, a brow powder is something that you're going to use to kind of fill in those sparse areas, and not necessarily something that you would think of as being super precise, like leaving those little brow-like strokes that a brow marker brow pen is going to typically leave. But let me tell you, I saw this advertised online and the world came to a screeching halt. So if you felt like a bit of that at one point here about 2 weeks ago, that was me. I'm sorry. Got it in the shade Taupe. They have 8 different shades, and it says it's going to create soft, fluffy brows with a cream to powder formula and fill sparse areas, blend easily, and up to 24-hour wear. I'm going to use the spoolie on this end and just kind of comb through here as I talk about some of my thoughts of having used this so far. I don't know about 24-hour wear because I'm not leaving my makeup on that long, but I see no difference in this and other brow products that I use by the end of the day and the stay ability. So it's not bad, but it's nothing that I would say this is like leaving a tattoo brow on. So let's look at the product itself. It comes in this pen shape, and doesn't that look nice? I'm going to show you what this goes on like. The shade is actually magical. I am obsessed with it. However, you're supposed to be able to create these little small strokes, and I just have not had that as my experience. Let me go ahead and show you what this looks like going on. So online, they say that you're kind of supposed to start in the center and work your way back. It feels a little damp as I'm putting it on, and I know that's probably a weird way to explain it, but when they talk about a cream to powder finish, that's where I get that feeling from. Okay, so not too bad. Haven't gone over it with the spoolie yet. Let me comb the product through. One of the things that I do really like about this is it fills in nicely. I like this in conjunction with another product that I can get a little bit more brow-like strokes from, and that's really easily going to be accomplished with my Blade and Shade. But this is just kind of giving an overall wash of color on the skin and kind of it. Now, is that a bad thing? No, but if you prefer your brows to have a little bit more of a realistic finish with that brow hair effect, this is not going to be it for you. Combination of this with another product, yeah, absolutely, you can get that look. Now, the powder itself is in this end of it, so when you're going and applying it, I found that it's helpful to kind of dig around in there a little bit before I pull the actual marker out. Should I call it a pen, a marker, a highlighter? Pen. It refers to it as a pen. So let's do this side. I'm just aiming for kind of sparse areas, setting it down there, and then lightly moving it across the skin under my brow hairs. It's definitely a quick way to get your brows done, that is for sure. If you lightly hold it against your skin and drag it across, you might have a little more success with getting that sort of brow hair effect. Bring up my close-up mirror here, but not completely. I'm gonna even these sides out. What do you guys think? Do you like it? This is a product that after getting some use out of it and getting used to how it works, this is what I'm going to reach for if I need to get out quickly and be done and just kind of want to pull things a little bit together. I can be very happy with this. It is sort of a cream to powder finish, like it says. You feel that as you're applying it. It feels like it's moist or damp. Sorry to use those words, but that's what it feels like. And then it dries pretty quickly. Now, it's not got a hold product in it, so you'll want to go over it with whatever product you use for holding your brows in place before you head out. I feel like I should be needing to do more, but it's really kind of a nice natural finish and just simple. That is how I would describe this, a simple way to get your brows done. I do find that where you let the tip of it like really touch your skin, it is darker. So your finish and the effect that you get at the end of the day is really going to depend on how much pressure you're using when you apply it through your brows. So yeah, guys, this is the NYX Fluff and Snatch Brow Powder Pen, $13, available on nyxcosmetics.com. I am happy to have this in my collection and will definitely be using it a very specific way. Like I said, hope you guys have a great rest of your day and enjoyed this quick one product review. Thank you so much for checking it out, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.